Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader build for the Arch-Militant Supreme. What you need to know about this build is that you are the best damage output in a game, both melee and ranged. Full Arch-Militant that no other companion can provide. You will be switching between your melee weapons and ranged weapons during combat non-stop, which offers a lot of versatility, which is the main feature of the Arch-Militant. You can consider this as a Robocop build, cause you are extremely tanky, and when I say extremely, I really mean it, extremely tanky, with huge addition of ranged weaponry. This would be a heavy motherfucker. Let's not waste time, let's go.
Are you ready for Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader? Because I am. The Emperor protects.
So we're gonna start with the warrior, and we're gonna get charge into athletics, into endure, into tearing breach ulti, into thick skin, into clenched teeth, into strength, then into sworn enemy, then into athletics, then into strength, then we go into dueling mastery talent, then we're gonna go into coercion, we're gonna go with hardened scars talent, then we take ulti upgrade number 1, then we're gonna get invigorating hatred talent, then we're gonna get weapon skill, then we're gonna get reckless strike ability, then we're getting heavy armor proficiency, then we're gonna get weapon skill, then we're taking coercion, into crowd kill talent, into carouse. On the next level we take toughness, into it will not die, and for the final warrior upgrade we're gonna take daring breach upgrade number 4, and now we become what we're supposed to be, an Arch-Militant. So bread and butter, versatility, straight into wildfire ability, then we're gonna go with broad expertise talent, because it's extremely important. We're gonna wield both weapon and ballistic this time. Then we're gonna go into steady superiority ulti, then we're taking action point increase into ballistics, into arms master talent, into ballistics again, into kick, bread and butter thing, then we're gonna go into trusty weapons, then we're gonna go into coercion, then we're gonna go into flash fire, upgrade for the wildfire, then we're going into ballistics, into the navy talent, get off me, then we're gonna go into the heavy gunner, then we're going into coercion, toughness. On the next level we take ulti upgrade number 4, then we're going with athletics, into the martial art, we upgrade the kick, then we're going into weapon skill, and then we're gonna go into the dual weapon combat, and now we're gonna take devastating attack, into breaking attack, upgrade for the devastating attack, into strength, into athletics, into accustomed to glory, into toughness, then into agility, and then into heavy weapon proficiency, and we finish everything up with steady superiority upgrade number 1. Now our Arch-Militant becomes an exemplar, so no brain, perfection under fire is the first exemplar talent, then we're gonna go into desolation, then we're gonna take coercion, then we're gonna take always ready, then we're gonna take ballistic skills, then we're gonna take overpower, and here we're gonna take breakthrough. I'll explain how build works very soon. These are just talents and abilities. Now we're gonna go into coercion, then we're going into eager for battle for extra action points, then we're gonna go into discipline, then we're going into ballistics, then we're gonna go into epicenter of slaughter, then we're going into the reckless rush, then we're going into the weapon skill, then we're gonna go into critical versatility talent, then we're going to breaking point. On the next level we're gonna take athletics into toughest steel talent, very important to raise those maximum wounds so we don't get one shotted. Then we're gonna take action point increase power spike into disarm, into athletics, into rigorous training, into carouse, and then we finish everything out with all out, and weapon skill. What you can take for the next exemplar level during the final phase would be double deflection amount exemplar talent. So it's not gonna be 17, it's gonna be 34 for the final boss battle. What is the gear that we're gonna use over here? So as far as melee weapons go, you can opt in for a lot of melee weapons, to be honest. Those that you like the most. I like auto striking power sword because of 30% bonus to parry, which we defend, and another parry sword with watcher from above, so you're gonna parry blows non-stop, you're gonna mitigate damage like crazy with deflection and with armor. And this under buffs from allies and so on will raise up to 50 to 100% during combat. Okay, plus the colony upgrades and what comes with it, you're gonna be extremely strong. These are just not valid stats. They're like twice to 3 times better once the combat starts. Basically, you can use all melee weapons. Use the one you like the most. It also depends on what difficulty you play on. As far as heavy weapon goes, I equipped a heavy stabber calibrated. You can also go with a heavy bolter if you want to, but for a change, you could play a bit with a stabber, I guess, cause it has more bullets than the heavy bolter. A bit less damage, but more bullets, and then it compensates. Okay, and this is a very good one. As far as other gear goes, we're taking a pirate scarf, and the bread and butter of this build would be Arbitrator Solomon Veer armor, because this is what provides us with huge deflection from coercion. Now, there is another option for this build as well. Everywhere where I placed points into coercion, you can also place points into carouse and equip Tempestuous Elite carapace. Have that in mind as well. You see the main difference. Point is, always remain in heavy armor and always aim for the deflection. Now, what are the trinkets? Knuckle guards on both sides, okay, for the additional weapon skill and damage. For the amulet, we're gonna take for the defense of Kaidia, for the versatility. For gloves, classic augmented gloves, nothing better. For the cape, we're gonna take monkey hide cape for the versatility. And for the boots, we're gonna take enforcer light boots, which gonna provide additional kick every time that we parry them. We're gonna parry a lot, so you're gonna hit enemies a lot. When I say a lot, I mean it. What you need to make sure of is to have at least 2 officers, or better to say Cassia and Jae, around you. Okay, so you can play again and again and again, so you can shoot, smack enemies like 30 times in a round. You're gonna hurt a lot. And the best thing is, you can remain in the middle of those enemies. They cannot kill you. You're gonna parry, you're gonna shrug off damage, and you're gonna be tanky as well. How do we play Arch-Militant Supreme? During the first phase, Prologue Chapter 1, Classic. Endure, into charge, into make enemies sworn, whack them with a basic attack. If you think you're gonna kill, you're gonna use Reckless Strike into charge. Once ulti is there, you wake up Daring Breach and you're good to go. Very simple to play during the warrior phase. Okay, just equip heavy armor once you find a heavy armor. Now, there is that special ability, Brace for Impact. When enemies surround you, all you need to do is whack Brace for Impact and end the turn. So you're gonna be tankier and you're gonna mitigate some of the incoming damage early on in the game. Now, once we become Arch-Militant, now we got multiple options. How can we open up? We can open up with Endure, into charge, into smack someone with melee, then kick another one to the wall, smack their brains out, switch to the weapons, okay, then use melee again, then switch to the heavy stabber, and use burst attack on the group of enemies. It all depends out of the situation, of course, but you can also play with Melta, you can play with Heavy Bolter, it depends what you like more of. Okay, where I gave during builds, where you upgrade weapons. If you don't like the Heavy Stabber, switch for Melta weapon proficiencies, equip a Heavy Melta. Equip, I don't know, equip a Multi-Melta. For example, equip a Multi-Melta if you don't like Heavy Stabber. All you need to do is switch one weapon talent for the other. Take Meltas, equip Multi. Or something other that's heavy, as long as it's heavy. The main point around this build is extreme tankiness. You are a priority target. You're gonna go towards enemies. You won't use cover because you don't need to use cover. You're extremely tanky like a freaking Robocop, where you whack enemies with melee multiple times, then you shoot multiple times. You can make them prone, you can kick them and make them prone. Okay, you can make them prone with devastating attack as well. You can play again with wildfire. There's a lot of options, and the more time you spend in battle, the more stacks of versatility you get. And the more stacks of versatility you get, the bigger the pain. You are kinda weaker during round 1, and then you scale like crazy. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Are you ready for Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader? Because I am. The Emperor protects.